Hello, I'm Reverend Kenny Callahan, the pastor of Metropolitan Community Church of Richmond. This coming Sunday is the final Sunday in our sermon series, Yes, God Really Does Love Me Just the Way I Am. Together we'll read the book, The Big Umbrella, written by Amy June Bates and her 11-year-old daughter, Juniper Bates, who thought of and developed this book during a rainstorm that they experienced together. It is a story that is a timely and timeless metaphor, using an umbrella to demonstrate how kindness and acceptance, hospitality, welcoming others, community building, and inclusion work. It is a story about bringing people together. It's a story about having shelter and providing a safe place that helps to protect others while enduring a rainstorm. It is a story that celebrates and affirms diversity of all kinds. While wearing a yellow slicker and boots on a rainy day, a child carries an open, big, smiling red umbrella down a city street. It is big and friendly umbrella, and it likes to help. During a rainy day, help is welcome. So the umbrella, once opened, provides shelter to all who get under it. First to its owner, and then to a ballerina, a dog, a skater, a monster. There is no limit to how many people can fit under its open, wide arms. It likes to spread its arms wide. It loves to give shelter, and it loves to gather people in. While the book is not intended to be political, it's hard to read it without thinking of our current events and the realities we are dealing with in the United States as the political climate that we find ourselves experiencing. Some people worry that there won't be enough room under the big umbrella. But the amazing thing is, there is. The book ends with the phrase, there is always room. And a beautiful picture of a park filled with culturally diverse, differently abled people. A black jogger, a white man in a wheelchair with a small dog on a leash, a brown woman wearing a hijab with a butterfly in her hands, 2 men and 3 children in child seats, all of different colors of skin, riding a tandem bike, all enjoying themselves and their surroundings and more under the big umbrella. The story reminds me of the gift of discovering the umbrella of God's transforming presence, grace, and loving embrace for us all, especially during the storms of our lives. It is a good reminder that no matter who you are or what you're going through, God's outstretched arms are open to us all, welcoming us, embracing us, and reminding us that we are loved no matter how intense or loud the clash of thunder or intensity of the raging storm we are experiencing. Because in God, there is always enough and there is always room for everyone. Regardless if it's a storm of self-acceptance or accepting others, learning to love ourselves or extending love to others, dealing with a disability or a new reality of life, or embracing the reminder of a painful experience with grace rather than frustration, or swimming through the flood of emotion over a broken or ending relationship, or the painful sting of rejection, marginalization, racism, sexism, gender bias, religious bigotry, or any other ism of life. God extends God's loving presence like an umbrella to care for us, to provide for us, to nurture us, and to walk with us, keeping us safe during the storm. God's umbrella of love and grace brings new realities and freedoms, allowing us to sail and thrive as our true selves, bringing us to the realization of God's complete love for us, meeting us where we are, never leaving us shipwrecked or abandoned, but lovingly partnering with us to calm the seas of our lives as our complete source, referring to us always as the beloved of God, holy and complete, just the way we are, giving us the grace and desire to be kind, loving, accepting, and welcoming of others, embracing, affirming, and caring for those who are different from ourselves. As people of faith, we have the joy and the pleasure of helping others through the storms of their life by sharing with them the transforming love of God, inviting them, encouraging them, and sharing with them the gift of God's umbrella of grace, love, acceptance, and presence. It's a gift that transforms lives one person at a time by dismantling and breaking the power of systemic racism, sexism, gender bias, homophobia, transphobia, classism, ableism, ageism, and more. How is God walking with you, loving you, embracing you, and transforming you through as you together walk through the storms of life? And how is God's umbrella of love and grace touching your life and reminding you that you are loved? And how are you encouraging, inviting, and making a way for others to join you under God's umbrella of love and grace? Kindness, acceptance, hospitality, welcoming others, community building, inclusion, grace, and love, gifts of God, and good gifts to strive to live by. Amen.